Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Collar Whiskey Drinkers. I'm Cody,
I'm Robbie.
and so we're going to be doing a rye this episode. And so me and Robbie discussed it. We might as well stick to Colorado whiskey. We just did Old Elk last week, and you know what? Let's throw a little competition here with the Colorado whiskeys.
Yeah.
So we chose Axe and Oak, and it's their Incline Rye. So pretty cool labeling. I love the label that they have. It's pretty bitchin'.
Oh yeah.
The as far as the bottle goes, this is like I would say a generic bottle. It looks like
Very,
a 20.
yeah.
It looks like a 22-ounce beer
Yeah.
bottle you would buy.
It's honestly almost just like the Yellowstone. It's actually just like the Yellowstone. No.
It's a
The
little
top
different.
It's a little different, but similar shape.
If it wasn't for this label, though,
Yeah.
I would give it a pretty low score. I'd probably say because they have a cool looking label and design, I would say this is probably like a 3.4, 3.5
Yeah.
bottle. Maybe a little bit more because the label, maybe like a 3.6.
I'm kind of with you at the 3.5 range. The only
Yeah.
thing I like is the label, and I do like the cork. The cork, that nice wood look on the top really dresses it up.
Yeah. Do
As
you have
well.
the green part still in yours?
No, so I went to take mine off, and I'll go around with like my fingernail and kind of do that, and then I do a quick twist. This one, the label the label was so strong when I did it, it got caught. So this one like pulled around.
Oh
The
yeah.
other
Yeah.
one severed.
Yeah, it's like a
And
plastic label. So like
yeah,
I had to cut mine because I was like, I've done that before. Like, just go ahead and twist it, and it just destroys it. So
yeah,
I was like, yeah, I'll cut it. So it worked
I
out
should have
pretty
just
well.
cut it. But yeah, honestly, the label of it is nice. I like everything on the label. When you look at the back of it with the batch, everything like that to the front really catches your eye. Even on the other whiskeys they have. This one just kind of traditional rye green, kind of like other whiskeys, but it's a nice catcher for the label. Bottle wise, so
yeah. So I'll go ahead and dive into the details real quick. We got this company on their bottle here says established in 2013, so they're a pretty young company. That's pretty cool. It's a rye, and it's 49% alcohol is in here, 98 proof. So that's a decently proofed rye. A lot of ryes are like 45%, so 90 proof a lot of times, but this one's higher. The whiskey is aged for a minimum of 3 years, but I think it's closer to 3.5 from what I was reading.
yeah.
So I know it's minimum of 3 years, but I think they age it a little longer.
Yeah, their website even said 3.5 years. So
yeah, so there is batch numbers on this. Mine's batch 22, bottle 609 out of 1,000. So they do it in 1,000 bottle batches releases, I guess. So that's kind of cool. That's more information than we usually get. Most companies don't have like a batch or like a bottle number on them, so I like that.
Yeah.
This is actually, so I guess they do blend this rye with a little small amount of Indiana MGP whiskey. So they do blend a little bit of this, but most of it's from their distilling process. So and I read that they use Colorado grains, and then they use Colorado Springs, because this is from Colorado Springs. They also use the water from Colorado, and they I guess they proof it down with that, with the water from Colorado. So that's kind of cool little facts about it. Oh, so this is a 50. We didn't even really talk about this, but this is more of like a $55 bottle, closer to 60 in that range after it's all said and done. So this puts this whiskey in the highest category that we have so far for the blue collar whiskey drinker category.
Yeah.
At 4.3. So, we don't have any other whiskeys so far in this category, and definitely not any ryes. So, or even any bourbons for that fact. But so that's pretty cool. I guess I'll read a little bit from the bottle. They have a little bit of notes here on the back.
Yeah.
So, a drink worth having, a conversation over. There is nothing in life as satisfying as a good conversation, especially one on the rocks. Carefully blended in Colorado Springs, Colorado, accent oak, and the oaks represents a bridge between history and the promise of innovation. So it goes on to say, our incline rye sits on the palate with notes of sweet vanilla, black pepper, cinnamon, and rich oak. On the nose, you are greeted with baking spice and rye bread from locally sourced Colorado grain to masterfully blended spirits. Accent oak is the whiskey you've been searching for. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then, so that's pretty much on the back there. I know you're going to read some from their website, right?
Yeah, just something real quick. And so you guys know, so the batch that I got is 24. Cody has 22. My bottle number is 864 out of 1,000. So we may have a little slight differences, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they have a pretty strict, just like everywhere, distilling process, and they're pretty close to each batch is pretty close to each other. So I don't think that's really going to play much of a factor tonight.
Probably not.
But yeah, so this bottle, it's their rye whiskey, accent oak, and it's called Incline Rye Whiskey. So, and I was looking this up, how it gets its name. It says, if you've ever been to Colorado Springs, you're familiar with the famous Manitou Incline. The incline climbs over 2,000 vertical feet in less than a mile, and 68% steep grade. In other words, it's no joke, yet it remains as one of the most iconic Colorado Springs attractions and landmarks. So they did something from where they're from and incorporated into the name of the rye, which I thought was cool. So and the rest really goes over some of the stuff Cody already went over. So that was really it for the website, but I thought it was pretty cool how they got their name for the Incline Rye, because I was curious. I was like, what do they call it, Incline Rye? I've never been to Colorado Springs. I'd like to go. Definitely like to go now and check out Accent Oak. So
our trips we'll have to do.
Yeah, Cody and I were talking the other day. It'd be really cool to do a Colorado trip and hit a few distilleries like Old Elk, Accent Oak, hopefully, and
there's a bunch of others, yeah.
And the other local distillery that's in Fort Collins, I told you about. I think you'd really like it. That distillery is super small. I hope they're still growing. I still hope they're doing good. I should look them up here one of these days.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, other than that, I'm kind of ready to dive into this whiskey. I've been wanting to try Accent Oak for, honestly, I think over a year.
Dude, so...
Oh, you already got your sport.
I bought this bottle because I don't see this in California very often. So I was at Costco. I saw the bottle, and I remember Robbie talking about it. He's like, "Oh, you ever seen this Accent Oak?" And I was like, "No, dude, I haven't seen that." And
Well, I
then,
think this was one of the whiskeys I was going to bring out to you in Utah last year.
yeah, but then I ended up finding it at Costco, and it was like $49.99. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's like the best price I'll ever get for this." So I bought it, of course. I always buy when I see prices lower than they really should be. I just have to, because then I always go, I kick myself. And I'm like, I just don't want to buy the whiskey when I see it again for the high price. I just go, I don't want to buy it. So
Yeah.
Pull the nowadays I just pull the trigger. I just go, okay, I'll never see it for cheaper. So here, give me it now.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, I'm gonna take a little sniff. Whoa.
That's a really good smell.
It's got a leathery smell.
I tell you what, though, smelling
you get
this,
that leather?
A little bit. Smelling this,
yeah.
like I really have missed rye.
Oh yeah, that bacon. There's that bacon spice. I can smell that too. A little bit of vanilla in the yolk.
Yeah, it has that little sweetness to it, but definitely
get that back end leather. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the finish. But yeah, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow.
This is my first drink of the night, everybody. So
same here.
It's a rye, that's for sure. It's got some sweet. It's
some spice.
Definitely spice.
Everything nice.
Yeah. It from just that take, I could see this doing good in a cocktail. It's smooth enough though too. Like it's not like.
Do your second one. That first one really just like opens everything up, and I think that second one you get a lot more flavor, smoother.
Yeah, it has a lot.
It's good. One thing that they did say on the back of the bottle that you read, I don't know if you picked up on it. They said especially on the rocks. So
yeah,
maybe this is going to be one of those whiskeys. They already kind of foreshadowed it for us. Maybe on the rocks whiskey.
Yeah, maybe a go-to, or well, it may be like one of those special, like semi-special. You have someone over you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't the cheapest bottle. I don't just like when I have bottles that are $60. I don't really like share them all the time. I tend to like hold on to them and drink it with somebody I haven't seen in a while, or friends that are into whiskeys.
Yeah.
So.
But for the taste on that first, it's definitely oaky, but it has that good rye.
Yeah, the rye, flavor. The baking spice.
It has a sweetness to it too with that vanilla, but.
Yeah. Definitely has that vanilla.
I'm willing to bet this one opens up on.
Oh, it's sweeter.
Water droplets.
Sweeter for sure. Much sweeter. A sweet vanilla, as you would say. I think that's what they say.
That's nice.
Right?
Oh, wow. That sweetness in the rye really come out right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it smells good. All right, man.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. It mellowed out a lot.
Wow. Felt like the finish was longer though.
Yeah, the finish is a little bit spicier.
Yeah.
But it did mellow out. Like
it mellowed out overall, but that finish, like I wasn't expecting that. Usually the finish goes like kind of dilutes, but that one picked up a little bit.
Yeah, there's certain whiskeys where it kind of gets a little spicier, a little
Oh,
with
yeah,
the water
that's-
droplets.
Honestly, I think I'm getting that cinnamon now.
Yeah.
On that finish.
Yeah, the finish is warmer.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I almost, it's good. I almost prefer it without the water droplets.
Yeah, on this one, I would agree.
The smell wise, though, water droplets.
Smell was a little bit sweeter, a little. I couldn't pick up as much though.
I think it lost some, but you really get the sweetness, and you can tell it's rye. You get that
Yeah.
rye spice. So I thought that was a nice combo. And honestly, you don't really need much more than that, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow. You got to tell everybody about your little trip last weekend and where you got that shirt.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up at some point, but yeah. So Santan Spirits. So I took a trip to Arizona for the 4th of July. Was out there for like from Friday to Tuesday, so a nice little quick vacation. But so during the trip, we got away. Me and Kelsey, we took a day and kind of went around Arizona, and we hit a couple distilleries. Santan was one of them, and met the really nice people there. And you know, I don't really promote who we are. I don't like doing that all the time. I like to kind of just feel out how they are and get a really good review on the service and everything. And they're really great, and enjoyed the service there. The server there was really nice. Can't remember her name. Sorry for forgetting. But really nice, very knowledgeable about the spirits and the drinks there. So that was cool. Bought a shirt, bought a hat, and then later on in the trip, I was like, shit, I didn't even buy any whiskey, so I went and bought some whiskey of theirs. So I got Robbie a couple bottles. They had a rye and a bourbon, and so I bought him one of those, and then so we'll review that at some point here coming soon. So I'm excited about that. Whiskey was, I'm not gonna spoil it. We'll review it.
Yeah, we'll review
it. But yeah, good experience there. Not such a good experience at the other place I went to. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus, but different.
See, you're nice with me.
Different standards. I mean, let's just say that. I mean,
yeah.
Let's just say the state that it is and the distillery. Let's just say those two things, and you can find out which one it is.
Just tell them at this point. But honestly, Cody was telling me about it, and it's like that. It's not our scene, and it's honestly not very many people we know scene. How he's describing it.
Well, let's just say the type of environment is just different. Like the building's different. You're not in this. Oh, it's just the whiskey was actually pretty good. So I can't I'm not dogging on the whiskey too much. There was a couple of them that were not great that I didn't enjoy, but they had a couple good ones that I did enjoy. So just different environment, I would say, and
different scenes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, whenever we review the whiskey, you'll have to do the tell-all then.
Yeah. So. But good time. Arizona was fun.
All right, you ready to review this?
Yeah. So I am thinking it's I'm leaning between I would say a 3.8 to 4.
Yeah.
Is my.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was my absolute highest.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. So
I'm saying, like, for this price point and everything.
yes, that's what I was like
with.
thinking about. If
It's
honestly,
it's a good rye. It's just a little higher on the price scale, so
yeah.
it makes me come down on my score.
Yeah. Because like I don't know, I was thinking about the price. You got really some really good ryes that we've actually reviewed already, and honestly, yeah, those kind of not blow it out of the water, but they're just better, especially for the price point.
Yeah, with the price wrapped in it, definitely.
It's not like if this was the same price as some of those, it'd be fairly comparable. I would still think those may edge it out a little bit, but price point for me, big factor.
So you want to settle on 3.8?
Yeah, we just go down to 3.8. Yeah.
Well, it sounded like you wanted to go down, so.
Oh no, I gave it a 4. You gave it what, 3.8? So we could do 3.9.
3.9.
Yeah. I think that's fair. But again, just for the price point.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious now. I'm maybe getting my hopes up for the rocks. So we're doing rocks next. We haven't even told everybody what we're reviewing tonight.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a specialty cocktail. It's gonna be the Manhattan, and the reason why we just chose Manhattan is because we were gonna do a specialty cocktail off their website, but the problem with their website is they don't have any measurements, so we can't make any of the drinks on there and know what to put in there, like how much of anything. So that makes it really hard to make a cocktail off their website, which is fine, I guess, because it's really just for their bar.
Yeah.
So I wish they had like a list of cocktails and the
I'm
recipes.
sure if we looked it up online, like the individual.
Yeah, I'm sure we could probably find
some
something.
website that has measurements, but it may not be accurate.
But just most whiskey, companies have like the recipes on there and amounts if they have it on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer that we couldn't do like actually one of their specialty cocktails that they.
Because there was a bunch that sounded good.
Oh yeah, they had a cool list and some cool unique like recipes on there, but no amounts. So we're just gonna do an old Manhattan on this time. We haven't done one in a while, so we figured a rye would probably be a good one for that. And so that's what we're doing. What do you want to do? You want to do the on the rocks first?
Yeah, we could do on the rocks next. And I was going to actually mention I would do the Manhattan third tonight, the specialty cocktail. Just because I kind of want to finish on an old fashioned.
I was gonna say that, dude. I was thinking the same fucking thing. I was like, I want to finish on the old fashioned, not Manhattan tonight.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like an old fashioned will just spoil it and maybe ruin the Manhattan.
Yeah, because we really enjoy old fashions, so like Manhattans are like kind of like got something we drink a lot of. There's really good ones, but it has to be a really good whiskey for it.
Yes.
But I found, and you got to really make it perfect. So you got to stir it perfectly.
I'm down. Let's do rocks.
Let's do rocks.
Manhattan, and we finish out the night with good old fashioned. All right, everybody, we're back. We got our Accent Oak on ice. So hey, cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Has a very sweet smell.
And the leather comes through though.
Ooh, yeah. I like that. Super smooth. Leather's still there. But sweet.
Leather, like smacks you at the end there.
Oh.
Like you get a lot of that don't you? The pepper and pepper.
Yeah,
Now that-
pepper, but
So my ice cube is getting chewed up by this whiskey.
yeah, we were talking before we come back, so we could kind of let it chill there.
Dude, you can see. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like
yeah, no, I
cut
can tell.
out.
Like mine's definitely chewed up. But Kelsey was also trying to kind of give her takes on the meat portion, and Cody's like, "Hey, how's your ice holding up?" I was like, "Yeah, I was about to say something. This ice is getting chewed up."
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind with this one. It is right now really good on the rocks.
Yeah.
But it's going to chew up your ice, so it's going to get watered down fairly quick.
Yeah, you might want to chill your even glass before you do it.
Yeah.
So.
Which, if I plan this ahead of time, and I've been trying to do that, is throw the ice in the glass and throw it in the freezer.
You know what's real nice when you put your nose in there and while you're taking a sip of it, it's just so vanilla-y too.
But yeah, so
I enjoy it. It's
I
good.
really like this one. Hey, did you? I can't remember what we talked about, but did you start the terminal list yet?
The show?
Yeah, with Chris Pratt.
No, I did not, but I remember I did finish
Stranger
Things.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, get on the terminal list. That's going to be something we talk about the next episode. I'm so excited about that. I'm going to watch it again. That show was so good.
I'll definitely watch that for sure.
Stranger Things, definitely this season was good.
Stepped it up. I like this season a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, first season was really good. And 2 and 3.
This one was more dark.
Yes.
Had a lot more older audiences, I would say, more so.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the storyline. Everything was pretty good. I mean, there was almost like 2 stories going on with the parents, and then you had the kids.
That was really 3.
Yeah, technically
you had the spoiler alert. But yeah, you had the stuff going on in Hawkins, the stuff going on the West Coast, and the parents off in Russia.
3. There was 3 stories going on all at once.
So I will say, if you're not paying attention, you could probably get lost.
Yeah, most definitely. But
or not lost, confused.
Spoiler alert, don't listen. Past this point, we're going to kind of get into some details of stuff that happens. But the last episode, I was expecting, like, I don't know, I thought more people were going to die. Like, actually,
they fucking said like 20-something people. I was like, what?
Yeah, so like
70 houses got destroyed.
We literally had one not even a main character. He was new to this season.
Yeah, but
he died. No, but he was a great character.
And that's what I was going to say. Any character that's beloved and new to the series, they're going to kill.
Yeah.
Like Max's brother, everybody loved him, and he gets killed. And then you get this guy, Eddie, he gets killed, and everybody liked him. And it's like, don't be a new character on this show, and don't be beloved.
I thought the other girl was going to die too, but she survived.
Oh, Max?
Max, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, though? I think Becknar, or whatever his name is, the bad guy, is that his name?
Yeah.
I think he might somehow go through her. I don't know why. I have like a thought that he's in kind of living through her.
I'm almost leaning more towards William.
Oh, yeah.
Since he has that past connection and he's been having like the spider senses tingling kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
at the end is like neck's twitching or whatever.
I'm like, there may be something with William. That would be my guess, but I can see where you're coming from.
Well, it's just
that won't surprise me either.
Just a small hunch, but because like when when L goes into her mind, it's like just black.
Hmm.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
That could be because she's completely
Comatose.
yeah, or there could be something going on that's hidden. I don't know.
I'm willing to bet. I'm going to give this prediction. William's going to be the key for Vecna, and Max is going to end up somehow having some kind of superpower.
Okay.
Where she could tap into things or be the go-between, where Elle could help, like they team up where Elle could really release her powers through, because Elle had to give something up, like probably give us part of her power to make her live.
Yeah, to make her live. Yeah,
So I could see that being
right there.
a thing.
Yeah, that's a good assumption, dude. I didn't even think about it that, because yeah, she did give something to keep her alive. We don't know what.
But Stranger Things all around good. I really enjoyed the series.
Yeah, so good season. Yeah, I can't wait for the final season. All right, cool.
All right.
Well, we'll review this, Robbie.
Yeah. So I got my score. I'll let you figure out yours if you need to. But all in all, I really enjoyed it on the rocks. I gave it a 4.3. That's my, I don't know. I don't know if I could go higher, but it was like I was leaning 4.2, 4.3. So I always go to that pipeline for me. But I enjoyed it. I think this is a way to drink it if you're going to do a quick pour. Go ahead and I would do a thicker ice. Don't do ice cubes.
So don't do ice cubes.
They will get
you would be
up.
disappointed. Yeah.
So if you can, try to do the bigger squares or circles, whatever. Just the big ones.
The big ones, yeah.
Or even get some ice cubes. Throw that shit in the freezer for a while. Like go take a shower, then come out, and then you pour your drink.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I agree with you. Still, though, that price point of this one, probably a 4.1.
Okay.
4.2. So I'm cool with you if we settle on 4.2.
Yeah. No, honestly, again, that's probably been my biggest hiccup tonight is just that price point. $55, $60 or $60 plus, really. I think you could definitely get better ryes for cheaper or similar quality, cheaper. This isn't by any means a bad rye. I think it's good. Yeah, it's just that $50 for me, or $60. Kind of really brings it down. Again, which just sucks because I bet if this was probably like $30-$40 in that range, probably like 42.
It'd be a top contender.
It'd be up there a little bit more.
Yeah. I know their bourbon's a little cheaper. I think their bourbon's like more like 40.
Yes, it's about $5 to $10 cheaper, I think.
Yeah, I was seeing it like online for like 40, 45.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's 45 because this was like $45.99. This one was $54.99 at my liquor store. So
yeah.
So about $10 cheaper.
So we'll have to do the bourbon here down the road.
Yeah, we're gonna give bourbons a break for a little
bit. Yeah.
I definitely want to do that. I was looking at the Axe and Oak and I was like, damn it. And honestly, there's just so many bourbons. We can't stay away from it. I just would like to get something else, like some other whiskeys under our belt as well. So
you see Leo snuck in here?
Big baby.
I didn't even realize that. He's stuck in here. It's funny.
That's funny. Amber's like laying the same way right over there.
Mm-hmm.
She's just
so funny. They always like to come up here and chill.
Yeah. Amber, she's by my side all the time.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make this Manhattan for everybody.
Let's go do it.
All right. Okay, so we're back with our Manhattan here with the Rye Incline Rye from Colorado Springs, Axon Oak. So, little story behind this glass right here. This is our great grandma's.
Oh, no shit. It's
So-
perfect Manhattan glass.
Oh, it's like the perfect thing. It's crazy. It's like a kind of a green tint to it, the glass.
Yeah, no, I could see that. That's,
But yeah, it's passed down to my dad, and somehow my dad got it. I don't know. But anyways, he gave it to me. So pretty
it's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. Hey, cheers. I'm using a beer glass because it was chill. So,
Cheers, bro.
cheers. Oh, wow. That's actually way better than the last Manhattan we did on here. Okay.
Not bad.
I was it's kind of skeptical because I kind of fucked mine up too the last time because I used ice. I didn't read that part, so.
Oh, and your drink?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Honestly, I think this makes a hell of an old fashioned Manhattan.
Yeah, it makes a good Manhattan. That 1776 Manhattan,
Yes.
that was popping. That was good.
Is that the last time we did it?
No, I made it like on the side.
Separately? Which one
Yeah.
did we do it with?
I don't know, maybe we did it with that one. I'm gonna have to go back and look, but
No, I can't remember. I don't think it was.
it was. No,
There's no way.
no, I don't think so either.
Was it Redbreast? It had to have been Redbreast.
Did we do a specialty cocktail with that?
Yeah,
It might have been Redbreast. Why would we do that on
I know. I'm trying to think of why we.
It was. It was. It says Manhattan right here. Well, they had it on the website. That's what they.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
no, I would not do that one with them.
No, it wasn't very good with that one.
This rye, honestly, I would love to maybe do some of the other ryes we reviewed and try them out in Manhattan.
1776.
1776,
Ugh.
Fighting Spirit. Oh, I love Fighting Spirit.
Yeah. So I bought this bottle here.
What's that say?
Um,
Delback?
yeah.
Never heard of it.
So this is like a smaller. So I went to a liquor store called Trevor's in Arizona, and it was a really probably the nicest, luxurious liquor store I've ever been in. Like I had to go because I saw it when I was looking up liquor stores when I was in Arizona. I was like, oh my God, this liquor store has so much stuff, and it's just a cool looking place. And so I went there, and I was talking to one of the gentlemen there helping me. I can't remember his name. It's a unique name, but I just can't remember it. Like something, I don't know. It's definitely not a name I've heard before very often.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was like, I want to get something that's local, that's kind of unique, I guess. And
Yeah.
this is a distillery in, I think, Tucson, Arizona. Let me double check. I'm not 100%. Yeah, Tucson. And he was telling me it's a father-daughter distiller.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know all the details yet, but maybe this whiskey we do when you come out.
That'd be a great one to do. That'd be a really good one.
It's so dark. Look how dark that is.
It is dark.
It's a single malt, though.
I bet. Oh, that's a single malt you were telling
It's an
me.
American single malt.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what. If it's anything like the distillery we had in Fort Collins, that thing was aged, I think, less than a year or right at a year, and it was actually pretty decent because you had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is a special, I guess. Basically, the guy at the liquor store was like, I would put this up against any bottles in here. Like he was like basically like if Arizona out of all the distilleries and everything that are in Arizona, I would put this up against any of them. Like this would be my whiskey for Arizona.
Yeah,
is what he said. It's a limited release, finished in Spanish sherry cask.
nice. Okay.
So pricey bottle.
How much was it?
Well, I guess it was gonna be like almost $100. He gave me a discount, so it was like $80.
Okay. Yeah. So he gave you like probably employee discount. 20%.
Yeah, he hooked me up a little bit, which was
That's
cool.
awesome.
So shout
Honestly,
out to Trevor's Liquor Store.
Probably a good thing you can't remember his name. Probably fine for that.
Nah, he's probably one of the main guys there that it seemed like. So definitely Manhattan's not something I would typically want to drink on a hot,
no, this is a winter drink. Fall,
because
spring.
it doesn't stay cold. Like it
Long
was
enough.
really cold. Yeah, it's really cold when you first start drinking it, but now it's starting to get.
Well, and that's
down
what
there.
I was going to point out to you. As it's gotten warmer, it's not as good. But that initial, if it's nice and chill out, if you're going to be sitting outside, like if it's a chilly night, this will be perfect. The glass will, well, for me anyway, chilly nights for us, they're in the 30s. So I'm able to sit outside and, the glass is going to stay cold.
Yeah.
So this would be perfect.
Yeah. Sure. This did you have the same? I had this problem with my bitters, like they just drop out so fast. I was trying to do like a small amount, but it's just like I hate that. I hate it.
So that's probably my problem with when they say dashes. Because how much is in a dash? How many droplets come out? Do they mean to say one droplet? Like one little tiny drop?
Yeah.
Or is it just 1, 2?
I think it's just 1, 2.
Which,
so like
if
so
it's
much
1, 2, then
there could be like 5 droplets, or there could
yes.
be 2 droplets. I mean, it's like really, yeah.
So I just sit there and I almost do a count. So like I'll hold it up and I don't even look at the droplets. I see it dropping, but I don't like count them. I'm just counting like 1, 2, 3, like seconds. All right, good. And usually, it's more than like 2 or 3 drops. So it's like a little bit. And I did that. I cut it in half for the orange. I was like 1, 1.5. Done.
Yeah.
So that's always kind of thrown me for a loop. I'm glad I have my old fashioned, the way I make them both ways down. I don't even really count. I'm just like, so
yeah.
I know like how many's coming out with the old fashioned. So
yeah,
but your turn to score this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's better than the last old fashioned, 100%, or Manhattan.
Manhattan, yeah.
That we had with
Redbreast.
I would give it a like 3.9.
Yeah, I was at a 4.
Yeah.
So I think it's a solid 4. I think this is good. I would 2 things. Love to try it with instead of an Irish whiskey again. Try to do another bourbon or another rye or bourbon. And on top of that, I would like to wait till we're in the fall, winter time for me at least, before I do another Manhattan and really see what it's like then.
No, most definitely. Right now, it's starting to get pretty hard to drink. It's getting hard to drink because it's warm.
I agree with that.
But
honestly, I'll probably throw it in the freezer while we do this next one and go back to it because when we first started to sip it, it was really good. It had a lot of flavor. I enjoyed it, but as like it sat there, it's been getting harder to drink. So I'd rather not finish it right now and just save it for when we can.
I agree. I'll probably do the same. Well, old fashioned. I'm excited. I think this one will be pretty decent.
Any predictions you want to give or no?
Yeah, I mean, prediction for this probably the best way to have it.
I'll second that motion. I think it's gonna be the best way.
Yeah, I would say we'd probably give like a 3.2, 3.4 at the most. I think it'll get to, or 4.4.
I was like, that's pretty low, dude. All right, I'm gonna go out on the limb. I'll say 4.5, 4.4, 4.5. I think this may make a great old fashioned. I think this may be the way. All right, everybody, we're back. Got our old fashions here. Oak Incline Rye. So, cheers.
Cheers, man. Ooh, very good. Orange. You can smell the whiskey too much, but.
Wow. I like it.
I like it.
I really like the spice and everything that comes with it.
Yeah, has a good spice. Agreed.
That's a really good old fashioned. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And this is I've just had Russell 10-year like 3 nights ago. Old fashioned.
This ain't there, but yeah, it's good.
So I'm not saying it's 4.7, but it's really good. It's not far off from the other top 4 or 5 old fashions in my book. Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
I like that.
I do too. It's good. Very it's like what you want in old fashioned. It has a nice bite with the spice coming through.
Yes.
And it blends well with the whiskey. It doesn't get like overpowered by the ingredients of the old fashioned, which is nice. But it also blends well at the same time.
Yeah, no, it blends very well for me. I agree with everything you just said. I think it's a good old fashioned. Definitely the best way to drink it so far tonight. So far, this is the last drink. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the only thing I noticed is at the end, it's a little bit sour, just like on your tip of your tongue. If you notice that little. Maybe I'm getting it, you're not, but I get a little bit of like nothing bad, just a little sour note or something. It might be my orange or something, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm not getting a sour.
Maybe not a. Maybe I'm describing it wrong. Maybe not a sour. Maybe like a tart.
Honestly, I'm getting more of like the leather spice with maybe like the bitters.
Yeah.
As of the finish, because I'm getting that similar to that leather finish we've been getting all night. Something similar to that, and then I think it's just mixing with something like the bitters.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing I can think of that you're trying to say with the finish, because that's the thing that's
it's just something different on the tip of my tongue. It's just like a different taste that I've had before, but I don't know how to explain it. To explain. But everything with the whiskey I like. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, no, this is again my favorite way. I did like it on the rocks a lot. That's my second go-to for this whiskey. Hell, even Manhattan's not bad. Really, none of the ways we tried it is terrible, but Manhattan.
Yeah, we just gotta keep that price point in mind.
Yes,
it's $20 more than like most of the whiskeys.
Oh, I know. That's why my scores have been the way they are. And like we said earlier, if it was $30-$40, it'd probably be a couple inches up.
Once we get some more whiskeys in this category, it'll kind of even out a little bit. We just don't have much to compare it to now, because we don't have anything this high up right now.
Yeah, no, I got you. So.
This is good though. Yeah, it's a solid old fashioned. I would definitely make this an old fashioned. I feel a little bit. I guess I don't feel bad pouring it in old fashioned, but
it's just one of those whiskeys at the price point you would prefer not to. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I'll be honest. I would like to hold on to this bottle for a while.
You say that about every bottle, and then they're like, gone.
No, I know.
Like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save Horse Soldier. It's probably gone by now.
Oh yeah. But I did notice they're getting closer and closer to Arkansas every day, or like every week. So,
yeah.
Like it's only 2 hours away to go grab a bottle now.
That's cool. That's good at least. What you got?
So with the everything taken into consideration, price, all that jazz, I still think this is the best way to drink it.
Yeah, I would say.
I'm definitely at a strong 4.4, 4.5. So pretty much my guess, but I do believe it's right there. It's right on the cusp of a 4.5 in my book, because it is so close to some of those other. Well, not so close, but it's like right there on the heels of, Legion, American Prairie, some of these other whiskeys. But I have to think about that price, so it kind of knocks it down. That's why I was like going to the 4.4 range.
Yeah.
Other than that, if it was a $40 bottle, like $40 on the dot, it's a 4.5 all day.
Yeah, I agree with that. I gave it a 4.4.
Okay. So we're right on the same page on this.
It's great. I mean, it's a really good one for sure. I just at the price point it's at, I would rather buy Legion or even American Prairie. I mean, for me, I would even rather get that. That one's cheaper though. Like that one's even cheaper than like Legion. It's like Legion, $5 cheaper than my
Yeah.
Legion. You know what's funny? Legion has like it went up and then it went back down. It's back down to like it's back down to $36 over here.
Yeah, it's $43.99 now. It's gone up here.
And it depends on where you buy it, but
Yeah.
like it went up. It even in total line it went up to like 40 something, and then it dropped back down to 36. So I'm like, okay, well that's cool. Keep it low, guys. Keep it down.
Have you? I think I sent it to you. Blue Note. Can you get that there?
Not something I've heard of, but I can look.
I'm going to take a picture of some of these whiskeys we haven't really talked about next time I'm in there, and just see if you could get them, because there's a lot of whiskeys. I'm like, that'd be really good to get on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm drawn to more of the brands you don't really hear about.
Same here, but I mean, a couple years ago I didn't even know about Sagamore.
Yep.
Like I had no idea they even existed. I mean, probably less than a couple years ago. I mean,
well, shit. Just a couple of years ago, we didn't know Legion existed. Really.
Fucking a lot of people don't know Legion exists.
Yeah, it's still. I talk
bean product, you know.
I talk up Legion a lot because I will say this: for all around go-to for the price point, it is one of the best whiskeys you're gonna buy. Period.
That's the whole goal of our podcast.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people.
So I mean,
but that's the beauty. Like our goal is that, but we find cocktail whiskeys, we find neat whiskeys, we find on the rock whiskeys. Like we find these whiskeys. Yeah, we find these different whiskeys that are so good in their own right. I'd say this one thing, like Four Roses, not that great neat and on the rocks, but you put that thing in a cocktail or with Coke, it will kick the shit out of most whiskeys. Period.
Yeah, it's really good.
Four Roses is so good. And you get some whiskeys that are terrible in cocktails, but like Redbreast, phenomenal sipping whiskey. I would pick up Redbreast all day long and sip on it.
Yeah, one of the best Irish whiskeys for sure.
Teeling is another one. I noticed that with the Irish whiskeys, they're very much sipping whiskeys instead of cocktail.
Yeah, it's that pot still.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know for sure, but
we're gonna run into the issues with Scotch. I have a feeling.
I was gonna say Scotch. We're gonna have definitely
some problems. It's gonna be neat and maybe on the rocks on a good day.
Dude, fuck, it might be really good in some ways, like that smoky or that peaty vibe.
Yeah, no, the peaty.
In some of the cocktails, we might be like, oh, this is a cool twist. But as far as most of the time, I think it's probably going to be obviously the neat and
maybe
on the rocks.
I'll be honest. There's just a good peated Scotch on the rocks isn't near as good as it with just neat. Just that neat is a phenomenal whiskey to drink and just sit there and sip on, versus pouring it on the rocks. It kind of ruins it. It loses a lot of flavor. I did notice that the last time I had a peated Scotch, I did try a little bit. I did a couple ounces on the rocks, and it just loses so much flavor.
Interesting.
So
a lot of Scotches are low proof.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing, though. We haven't actually sat down and reviewed it. We've just kind of I'm not sitting there reviewing it while I'm talking to one of my friends, having a drink with them. I'm going to sit there and try it, but I'm not going to pick it apart as much as we do on this, on our podcast.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we gave this a 4.4.
Oh,
it's 4.2.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's 4.16, but it's rounded up to 4.2.
And guys and gals, I'm willing to bet, even with the Coke's going to score pretty decent in our book. I just have that feeling. We'll let you guys know, but this one, we were going to talk about the Old Elk Coke because we did a specialty cocktail.
True.
So let's talk about that real quick.
I gave Old Elk a 4.2 with Coke.
Yep, that's what we gave it overall. We both, right after the episode, we started playing games, but we made ourselves a whiskey and Coke.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think, was it kind of flat or something? Just a little less carbonation?
Yes, it wasn't flat. It was just like.
It wasn't flat. It was just.
But both of us, like we talked about, didn't have the glass bottles. So.
Yeah, but that's. Yeah.
Because that's like the biggest downside I've noticed, even drinking whiskey and Cokes now. I just prefer the glass bottles.
Yeah, I mean, 4.2 is that's a good score on that.
So didn't really change the overall score on that one at all. Still a 4.3. This one, I would be willing to bet it'd be probably around the same as this overall score now, 4.2, even with the Coke added in. But I do think it's going to make a good whiskey and Coke. And this may be the one and done time I make a whiskey and Coke with this bottle. It's $60. So
this is
unless it blows our socks off in some magical way where it's like, holy shit, whiskey and Coke.
If it's better than Legion, then maybe.
Yeah, it would have to be better than Legion.
Yeah, it would have to be better than that
because Legion whiskey and Coke is like heaven.
There's nothing else that comes close,
No.
really, so far.
I would say second is either Four Roses or Crown Royal, but still Legion beats them both out.
I would agree with that.
Anyways, guys, this was our episode of Axe and Oak Incline Rye Whiskey.
Yeah, super good rye whiskey. Yeah, hey, really close to, Old Elk.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know each other or whatever, but
we need to do Old Elk Rye next. I think they have rye. Yeah.
Yeah, they have rye for sure.
Yeah,
we'll do that. But overall, really good whiskey.
Yeah.
And 4.2 overall, which is a good score.
Yeah.
We gave this is the Old Elk bourbon. It got a 4.3. Just saying.
Yeah. So I'm creating categories.
Different category.
This different. One's a bourbon, one's a rye, one's 4.2, one's 4.3.
I'm just trying to poke them, you know.
Yeah. No, I got you. I will say this: the only thing that really had held back Axe and Oak tonight, like we've talked about over and over again, price.
Price.
If this was a $10 cheaper bottle, even, I would see it being a little different scoring for us.
Yeah, like for me, I was lucky enough to get it at Costco at $50 or $49.99.
Yeah, $50.
So for me, it was like, okay, that's cool, but I know the normal price is much more.
Yeah, for me, it's $54.99.
Like $15 more.
Yeah, usually that's on average. So if this was around the 42 mark, I would definitely say this is a pretty high rated whiskey. Just with that price, I can't justify giving it better scores. So, but overall, again, everybody, Colorado Springs, Colorado Axe and Oak, about a $60 bottle, $55 to $60. It's a rye. They actually have the batch number and all that on there. 49% alcohol. This is our 4.3 category. Overall, 4.2. It's a good whiskey. I really enjoy it. The price point just kind of is the only stumble for me.
Yeah. And hey, we'll see later on what it compares to other whiskeys at that price point. It may go down, may go up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, definitely could go down or up, guys and gals. But yeah, I definitely recommend buying the bottle. Let us know what you think. Hell, let Axe know what you think about it. This is, I can't wait to do the bourbon. It's at a better price point. And
Yeah.
honestly, if it's anything like the rye, I think it's going to do well.
Yeah, I'm excited to do the bourbon.
So,
I just don't know when I'll be able to get it.
well, we'll look at that. That may be something, honestly, I may surprise Cody with. So bring him a little care package whenever I come out. So
Yeah, because I got about like 3 of them sitting over, or yeah, 3 of them over here sitting over.
yeah. Well, and I got a couple in mind I want to bring you anyway. So, anyways,
We'll exchange.
everybody, grab yourself a glass of Axe and Oak, or honestly, whatever you have by your side right now. Have a drink. Have a drink with a friend. Have a drink with a family member. Gotta say, Cody's, my family, he's my blood cousin. But he's like, he's my best friend. I talk to him a lot, and I enjoy having drinks with him. So, cheers to you, man. Can't wait for your wedding.
Hey, man. Cheers. And I'm excited. We're going to have a great time. And good vibes, everybody.
Vibes.
And drink responsibly, like always. Cheers.
Cheers.